Okay. Very good morning, one and all. I invite all the participants. Uh, Before that, please, all the participants, please try to mute your videos and audio tag. So let us go start that. So let me say something, and I forgot you. Let I teach me something, and I remember you. Let I involve something, I learn about you. This is the word from Benjamin Franklin. A very warm good morning for all the participants. It's a greet from the Department of Master of Computer Application, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering and Technology, Chittoor. With a great pleasure, I would like to inform you that MCA department organizing a very wonderful one-day webinar on artificial intelligence and machine learning in association with Career Mudra Vellore. The aim of this program is to promote a research aspect in artificial intelligence and machine learning. It finds immense pressure to inviting every participant, my dear students and my dear colleagues. It wives me to give an affordable welcome to today's chief guest, Mr. Sri Srinivasan Ramanujam Garu, founder and CEO of Mudra Software Solution, who has very kindly considered to be a chief guest of this nice occasion. I'm very proud to invite you, sir. He's having wonderful qualification. He has completed BTech Production Engineering, Moambigai College of Engineering and Technology, Bardiyar University, Trichy. He's having wonderful technical team management skills, have a manage appraisal process and training development and monitor 2 to 3 project leads data. Took care of capacity planning for present projects and future handover for the projects in different pipelines. Is having eminent domain expertise, having a very good clinical data analytics, producing report, listing, tables, graphs, and summarizing from clinical trial data from the various aspects and various phases of clinical trials. Around 1 year of United States experience in a different phases and have deployed different products called validation engine using SAT for CMS for healthcare claims processing while working toward driven health. He got very good experience and very good expertise in different aspects. He's worked as a deputy manager in IBM Chennai and also the different year deputy manager in the Driven Health of Athletic India Private Limited Chennai. He got good technological leadership in Infosys Technology Limited Chennai. He got team leader in the clinical programming Accenture Services Private Limited Bangalore. It's a wonderful opportunity for me, sir, to inviting you as a resource person to our organization. Now, I would like to hand over the session to the eminent resource person, Mr. Srinivasan Garu, sir. Please proceed over. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. And I would like to thank each and every one of you joined together for this morning. Okay, so I would like to start my session because he has given a brief, not brief, he has given a vast introduction about me. Thank you so much. And so there are a lot of concepts when it comes to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, it's a the bigger term. It's a broad. The bigger term. I think some crossover. Okay. So the artificial intelligence itself. So the artificial intelligence itself. Okay. I think some just a minute. Can you all please put mute audio and video so that it will be beneficial to other audience as well, so that I can have a very good Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so artificial intelligence nowadays, it's very each and every person, each and even right from a 1-year-old kid they are using this kind of a term in this modern world, right? Because world is very, very small. World is very, very how to say that within a smartphone, an intelligence, a smart intelligence, smart operations, any kind of human being is just utilizing the applications. So we are seeing artificial intelligence as an application these days, because many of us, even including me, were not aware. Is this application, using any kind of a intelligence, a smart intelligence, like how we, as a human, how we are, thinking? Is that any kind of intelligence behind any applications? If you see, because in our day-to-day life these days, we are using, right from booking a ticket, booking the train ticket, booking the bus ticket, booking the air ticket, and analyzing and what are a lot of things. I mean, analyzing and functioning day-to-day activities in our banking applications, right? We have so many applications on day-to-day life. Is all having any kind of intelligence in this? Yes, of course, there are a lot of intelligence in your each and every applications. That is why multiple are millions and millions of people can download the same applications and using the applications. So without that, without a smart intelligence, we will not be able to use these kind of applications. Even right from your ordering food, for example Swiggy or Zomato, or whatever the food applications you are using, they are using intelligence. They are working in a smart intelligence. So we are thinking that artificial intelligence is something kind of a robot, but don't think that each and every applications you will be able to see as a physical form of thing like human being. Don't ever think that. Okay, so it is not visible. It is invincible, or invisible sometimes, or a lot of times, but you can feel the intelligence inside each and every applications. Okay, for example, we are using Google applications, Google search engine each and every day, right? Do you ever think that it is using artificial intelligence at the back end? It is, because but we couldn't see that it is using I mean something kind of a the intelligence is processing backend. Doesn't seem that you have to feel kind of physical applications like human, or a physical thing like a human being. No, you can't see that. And also the same kind of applications using your mobile is an artificial intelligence device. It is inbuilt, right? You are smart. That is why we used to call this phones called the smartphones. What is smartphone? Obviously, there are a lot of automated process you are doing, right? So nowadays you can't even touch the phone, but you can make a call to your friends and families, right? Is that so? So it is happening in front of you. There are a lot of applications, even your TV, right? It has a small kind of a smart devices are there. It has a small intelligence is working behind it, right? And it's called a smart TV, right? And your modem, and your, I mean, a lot of people may have heard of this term called Echo, Amazon Echo products, Amazon Alexa products, right? So you can just ask them. You can just through voiceover, it will play whatever you want. It will just tell you a story. This is artificial intelligence. So to conclude, artificial intelligence in a nutshell, only, I mean, until 2020 of this day, only we have used artificial intelligence just 4% in the world, just 4%. Within the 4% itself, we are seeing a tremendous improvement, tremendous sophistication in the data, tremendous, what to say, I mean, we feel, We are utilizing the data like anything, right? Okay, so this is a kind of introduction. I mean, this is enough to give an introduction about artificial intelligence. And I would like to, to the next slide, we'll see about why we are using intelligence, why we are going for artificial intelligence, same like how we think, right? Why we need, I mean, what is the necessity? Do we need to go for artificial intelligence for each and every project? We need to ask this question. This is very important question. Okay. Nowadays, each and every people, every individual who are all, accessing internet, producing data. We are producing data like anything. Okay. So each and every person in a minute, there are 3.74 MB we are using. 3.74 MB of data we are producing, not using, we are producing the data. That means that you are 3.74 MB in per minute means you are transferring your data like, through WhatsApp, through SMS, through video, through audio, through search engine. You are searching a lot of, text, lot of things, right? You can't imagine. You can't imagine that you are creating or producing data. How to handle this data? I mean, how a human brain is work, we can work until some point. We can automate some and until some point. But if we are producing the data like anything, right? 3.74 MB per minute per individual. Just imagine 3.74 billion people are using the internet. That means 374 crore people accessing data, creating data, producing data, reproducing data. Do you imagine we can handle this data by human? I mean, only the human thing, human brain? No. So by accessing our, for decision making, we need to attempt to create machines to act rationally in response to their environment. Okay, that is why we should go for artificial intelligence. Okay, so nothing else. So don't imagine that artificial intelligence. Only we have to utilize these kind of things for I mean imaginary world, and only those people will have those kind of sophistication. No, now each every common people are utilizing and experiencing artificial intelligence in any form, right from your mobile phone. Starting with your mobile phone, we are using artificial intelligence to the core. Okay, it is available, it is abundance, it is available for abundance, and people are using these kind of things nowadays. Okay, so don't again, a lot of people are thinking and okay, this is not for me, and this kind of thought process, it is never for me. No, even computer science professionals, they are thinking that okay, that kind of artificial intelligence, if I choose as my career, they are thinking that it is very difficult to program, it is very difficult to access it. It is very, I mean, those projects are very very high in terms of revenue, in terms of people, in terms of team. No, even each and every startup nowadays, they are using artificial intelligence concepts in their every each and every application they are creating nowadays. You are getting whatever the products you are going to use in future too, it will coming as a mobile application first, and then it will be available to you as a physical product, like how you use Alexa product nowadays. Alexa, an application nowadays, and also you can see the physical product. The same way, in a similar pattern, you should have, you should control your home wherever you are. Okay, through smartphone. I mean, through smart home applications, you can control your entire environment, like how you. I mean, you would have gone these kind of ads, like you can control while starting from your home. I mean, office. You can control or switch on your AC while you start from the office, right? Something similar to this everything is going to be, it's just kind of IoT again. If you, see as now artificial intelligence as a broader term, there are a lot of domains or there are a lot of verticals coming into your place, like home appliances, like Internet of Things appliances. I mean, future is IoT, built-in artificial intelligence concept, and also data science. So everything is interconnected. Okay, right. So I think it's enough, giving artificial intelligence as an introduction. The objectives of AI research are reasoning, knowledge representation, planning, learning, natural language processing, realization, and ability to move and manipulate objects. Here, one of the important factor why we need to go for artificial intelligence is the system, whatever the system, it has to capture our voice or our language. Because my mother tongue is Tamil, if I use my Tamil language, will it take it? I mean, that is why we used to call it as an intelligence, right? So how come a common man will agree or disagree with this concept? If I say to a common man that, yes, it has a human brain inbuilt in this device, how will he agree? He has to speak in his own language, and then only he can, okay, it's a similar kind of brain, or whatever I'm speaking, it just enacting back to the users, right? The same thing that is called as natural language processing in terminology. In short, we used to call NLP. This is very very important concept. This itself in a very huge research project, and a lot of people, a lot of companies, startups are working on the natural language processing ability. Nowadays, translation is very easy. In Bangalore, I met one of the startup companies. The CEO was telling me that this is a very very young guy. He just he is only doing creating NLP devices. If you speak to that device in any language, it will just convert into a common language or whatever the language you want for say. Okay, so this is so in each and every field, if you take, there is an artificial intelligence requirement is there. Without proper requirement, without proper analyzation, you can't use artificial intelligence concept anywhere. Otherwise, it got failed. Okay, so don't go or don't think about for each and every project we can go for AI. No, don't choose that. Okay, so next thing is AI is the study of how human brain think and learn and decide and work when it tries to solve problems. So there should not be any human intervention in between, right? If it is any human intervention, then there is no point to have such kind of devices. Why all people go behind the Alexa devices? Because there is no human intervention. If you just call it will just it will speak to you, right? So that's how it is. Whatever you are asking, whatever you are going to speak with that device, it will just replicate you. It will just it is a kind of the other human being you are interacting with, right? So we have to wisely choose whether we need to inhibit the AI concept within this device. Okay, before going for any other thing, artificial intelligence, whether we need to go for AI or a simple form of it. So without that, your project will not work it out. So next is, what are all the real-time applications we are in front of us right now they are using. There are a lot of reformation on agriculture. In agriculture, a lot of AI products are there. Why? I mean, they are using for, but in India, it is not visible as such. But still, a lot of I mean, few applications are there, like GPS devices, temperature devices, application, not devices, applications, and you can check the temperature of each and every plant. and an in-house plant, and there is no need of any sunlight for those plants. I mean, these are all, big inventions and big yield it will give you for any plant, so that your revenue generation would be more, and your profit will be more. Okay, so for that, AI has been structured in such a way that agriculture also, or farming also, nowadays they are utilizing AI concept. And banking, I think every people would have felt banking is been, now, I mean, during this COVID-19 period, a lot of banks, they are giving services, automated services, right? I think each and everyone would have felt this kind of, AI. Again, lot of things, maybe we were not aware that this is because of AI products or AI applications. Yes, each and every banking system is using AI concept. In healthcare is a lot of robotics devices, AI devices has comes in, and especially in oncology means a cancer therapy. For cancer patients, making the decision, AI is using. We are utilizing this AI concept because there were huge database in front of us, and there were huge descriptions by doctors, and AI is analyzing perfectly within a minute, within fraction of second, and it gives a decision. Nowadays, IBM Watson is oncology patient, it's using, they are uh, kind of a monopoly right now. It is not for users applications as of now, but still there will be one application is used by in India, IBM Watson, Manipal Institute they are using, Manipal Hospital they are using. It is built inbuilt, IBM Watson, and again, artificial intelligence is there. And education, yes, education. It seems because my speed of learning is different, the other person's speed of learning is different. Based on that, based on each and every individual, the AI application, will turn it like adaptive learning. Adaptive learning in education, it's a very very important term. Even in a college students or even school students, they are using this kind of applications. Like Topper is one of the main application in front of you. They are using adaptive learning methodology. Even Byju's for some kind of things they are using. You might have heard this kind of terminology in education. Entertainment, yes, perfectly. I mean, many people would aware. Gaming, of course. Nowadays, gaming experience is like virtual reality, augmented reality. Yes, that is again a very very different subject, but again it comes into artificial intelligence concept. So you can feel the sound, you can, just in case I mean, at home you feel like you'll be playing at forest, right? The same sound, same effects, same war zone, you can feel that. So through virtual reality and augmented reality. Defense, yes, of course, you might have heard a lot of, I mean, in each and every country, defense mechanism, I mean, for decision making, AI they are using. Each and every country they are applying it. Criminal investigation, yes, of course. Speech recognition, yes, we already seen that, and we have a lot of Android application. Siri, one of the best example for speech recognition. And Siri, as of now, this is the most advanced. I mean, they have used artificial intelligence to the core. Siri in Apple, right? You would have heard. Siri is the most advanced, and nothing. Even Google Android voice recognition, it's not up to the mark if you compare to Siri. Siri is the most advanced AI product as of now. Okay, so there are a lot of things other than what I've described over here, the real-time applications, because without real-time applications, whatever we are speaking, whatever we are discussing, that doesn't matter for each and every one. We have to see the real-time application. Then only we can visualize, we can imagine what is that. Okay, so when it comes to artificial intelligence, there is two terminology you should get aware of. What are those? One is machine learning. The other one is, I will come to the later. Okay, one is machine learning. What is machine learning all about? So, I mean, let me put it in this way to be more precise. You have a device in front of you. Say, for example, you have a laptop in front of you, and you are not touching anything, but you wanted to speak to your laptop, right? So, and that speech recognition, I mean, that machine has to understand your speech in any form, and it has to understand and it has to write your language at the back end, and it has to retrieve whatever you are asking. For example, you are asking to, I mean, in your laptop, I'm not talking about your smartphone, I'm just talking about your laptop. So you are just asking, okay, so what is the distance between Chittoor and Vellore? Okay, you are asking to your laptop, and this voice, this has to understand perfectly. And I mean, uh, for human being, we have a lot of accent problem or accent challenge, right? Because Chennai people will speak English in some different language, or Hyderabad people will speak in a different accent, right? But those accent will has, I mean, the laptop has to understand, right? So the algorithm has to be built in at the back of the processor, and it has to get understand, it has to get it visualize your words, and it has to retrieve the data. Do you get my point? And even I'm not talking about Google search engine. I'm not talking about Google, because Google search engine has the voice recognition. So I'm just asking about, you are just speaking to your laptop. Now it is possible. Okay, nowadays you can speak to your laptop. It is possible. Even Windows laptop, Windows 10, it is possible. Cortana is there. Okay, and Apple always Siri is there. Okay, so in Windows 10, Cortana is very, very, advanced software, which is just, equivalent to Siri. So you are just speaking to your laptop, you are just interacting with your, laptop, and it has to understand, it has to have a common language, right? So for that, that machine has to read your language. For that, we need to have a binary, okay, a lot of things, a lot of computer terminologies, right? And for that, we are using majorly these days Python as an understanding language. The software that learns by detecting statistical patterns in data. If I am speaking some kind of words to laptop, it will just understand exactly in a computer language. It is not exactly as what I'm speaking right now, right? It has to have some kind of a pattern. It has to read and write it back to me and get back to me, or it will speak to me like a human being, right? That is, with a smart artificial I mean intelligence application through machine learning, we are interacting. Okay, there is still human intervention with machine learning concept. Please understand, because when it comes to the next point, I will tell you what is the difference with example. Okay, so machine learning focuses on the development of computer programs that can access data and use learn for themselves. Okay, because it has to understand, and I don't want to intervention, and I have to help for the laptop. No, then those applications is very, very useless, and it will very time consuming. So if I say something, it has to tell me without any touching anything, and it has to understand my intention. So intention in the sense, the brain is acting. I mean, I'm thinking through my brain. Similarly, laptop has to think, and for that thinking purposes, there is that's called artificial thing. The intelligence has to work through machine learning. The primary aim is to allow the computers learn automatically without human intervention or assistance and adjust actions accordingly. So if I, maybe, if you are speaking to your friend, how do you speak? Do you just speak? No, with a lot of gestures, right? You are just, handshaking or hand movement will be there, eye movement will be there, your emotions will be there, right? But with I mean, it will sometimes, you may, if you ask Siri or in your Windows application, the voice recognition, it will suggest something whatever you intend to ask. Even it didn't understand properly, it will just suggest you. Have you happened, I mean, have you heard, or I mean, have you experienced these kind of things? Please try it once more in your device. Because maybe, sometimes in some mood or some, we will think something else, but the computer will think properly. I think it will happen to everyone. It happened to me because sometimes, during my conversation with one of my friends, I used to ask, I mean, I was intending to ask something, but my question was different to the Siri, but it got me corrected. So whatever my intention was, it is just, I got it back. So that is the smart intelligence. That is a smart work. So without emotions, everything is possible nowadays. Even emotions are getting back. I mean, scientists are working. A lot of startups are working. If you go for any kind of a toy, okay, it will just, for example, for fun factors, nothing harm or nothing. If you wanted to kiss, like, human being, it will just, respond back to you. The same kind of emotions. Those kind of toys are available in the market right now. Okay, go and check, right? Okay, that's how, that is the, the power of AI and machine learning thing. Okay, so how to think about the machine learning algorithms? So first we need to, as I said earlier, knowing when to use machine learning algorithm, it's just a first and foremost thing we have to do. And the rule board and the machine learning board, we need to, maybe, with based on the rule based and machine learning based, we need to create an algorithm like what I said. Whatever I'm saying, because you are commanding to a machine, the machine has to write some algorithm at the back end. Without algorithm, it doesn't work. Kind of a statistical patterns. Those statistical patterns can be written by Python programs. If it is most of it, otherwise, these days, Google is performing well in TensorFlow. TensorFlow is one of the software. You can write an algorithm. And again, TensorFlow, maybe it has been written by the Python, I guess, because, that is how the algorithm is working on. Okay, so the rule-based approach, the current context we need to, I mean, whatever we have discussed as of now. So, okay, we need to take the source, we need to know the destination point, and then the time of the day, what time it has to get back to me. Everything we have to give, we have to write an algorithm, and then it will respond very soon. So if you are, if you happen to see your mobile or response in your mobile, just think about the technology, how beauty it is, right? Because we 99%, each and every person, we are consumers. That is why we are not thinking about how it is working at the back end. That 1% of people, those are the inventors, those are the creators. So if you are a student, please think in terms of creator or inventor. Those who are a professor or lecturer, please think, and you can just think, and while taking your class to the student, you can add more points to your students. Okay, don't mistake me. This is I mean, this is how I will do it. Okay, so this is a rule-based approach. If it is a rule-based, whatever we have discussed, we have to apply. We have to write an algorithm. If it is in ML based, it is not MCP. ML based rules are updated automatically at the back end of the data. For example, there is a concept why the historical data we are using. Because, for example, for oncology, I mean, the cancer patient is going for example, breast cancer. Doctor has analyzed, she had a breast cancer. What would be the best time? What is the, available? I mean, how long she will be here, right? The duration we need to find out, and what is the stage of the cancer. So is it just a starting stage, or it is the final stage, or she is in the middle? So for that, how we need to react. For that, we need to have historical data. We have 50 to 55, I think, as of now, because I worked on healthcare data. Our company has 45 years of historical data, and it is not possible by human being to get a conclusion, right? For that, we are using AI and machine learning concept to get back to this patient very, very, correct and accurate. This accuracy, it's 100% correct. And based on that, we are subscribing. The doctors will subscribe, will give the medicines. Okay, so based on that, her mortality, I mean, her the period lifetime will expand. Okay, so each and everything, if you see as a positive, there are a lot of positive things are there. Trust me. Okay, so when to use ML? This is again, I think we touched base previously. If it is difficult for humans to express rules, then machine learning will apply. Like what I said just now. 45 years of medical records, human can't understand and come to a conclusion. We need to have a smart thing, that is machine learning, and then using artificial intelligence concepts, and it has to represent. So large amount of historical data is available, then we need to use it, not only for healthcare, a lot of things. The pattern and relationships are dynamic. Yes, this is very important. What is this? Some of the things, we couldn't understand, even our human brain, our human nature. Today we are speaking something, tomorrow we will be we are not adhering what we are speaking today. We are dynamic. People are dynamic, right? I think most of the people dynamic, not whatever they said, they won't stick to it. We are dynamic because our human nature, our brain will, adapt a lot of things. It'll think a lot of things based on previous thing, based on future, based on the current scenario. It thinks, right? So we are dynamic. So in that pattern, we have to use machine learning. Okay, understanding the ML reasons why need to so now we just picked up a problem, and we identify that what kind of problem we need to solve, and we need to represent as a data, right? And then we need to apply an algorithm as numeric attributes, and we need to apply algorithm for numeric attributes. Okay, so everything is numbers in terms of machine learning. Everything is number. Okay, so that's how computer will read. Computer don't understand what I'm talking about. Whatever we are speaking, say for example, I'm talking, hey, how are you? How does it understand? How does a device can understand? How does a machine can understand? Machine is always in numbers. Okay, so those numbers we need to go and talk to them their language, and then it will speak to us in our human language. That is natural language processing. Okay, and then here, because if you are speaking to your kid won't understand your language. Kid's language is different. The same thing, we have to approach these kind of things. Okay, and then the classification of ML. Okay, maybe through email. We have got a lot of emails. Just as a sample example I have given to you. spam detection, which is a kind of ML. Automatically, it's doing right in your inbox. In your, I mean, most of us you are using Gmail inbox, right? Just go and check your inbox. A lot of things get automated. Is this email spam or ham? This is a sentiment analysis we are doing. Is the tweet, if you go for Twitter, what is that? Is it a positive message or negative message? Those kind of analysis we have to classify. We can classify that. And that's how you are getting a lot of things then and there. How the TV channels are working, the satellite channels. They are giving data like anything during our voting process, right? During the election process, right? They are giving data like anything. ML, machine learning is there. Machine learning concept is behind it. Okay, just maybe next election, please watch how the numbers, how the decision making, how the analysis. Okay, the 10 years, I mean 10 times one person was elected in the same place. Next time, how it would be? Would it be the same or different? Different person will got elected. Those kind of decision making analysis, everything is possible through ML. Trading strategy. Maybe if you are a trader, okay, share market, how the analysis would be. Everything nowadays becomes ML. The classification uses a set of instances for which the correct category membership is known. Excuse me, can you please, yeah, thanks. Please be mute yourself. Thank you so much. Next, what are the types of ML problems? We have so many problems nowadays. It's still, has to be rectified. Lot of young generation, need for those skill, because each and every person can't do that, right? So classification involves assigning labels to elements or events. Regression is used to fit a line. Regression is nothing but a statistical model. As I said, machine learning concept, AI concept, everything is a mathematics. Everything is maths. Okay, so regression is a statistical model, and most of your problems, or most of your statement, most of your decisions based on the regression models. So whatever, you are getting a lot of WhatsApp forwarded message, right? Even on Facebook forwarded message, a lot of things, right? Those are getting used because number of people watched, and then only you are getting those kind of things. It is again through a regression model. And moreover, Facebook, all your social media feeds, all your social media messages, even that applications in back at the back end, ML is there. AI and ML is there. Okay. Interesting, right? Yes. The rule extraction involves finding instant patterns that exist within the data. If I regularly buy books on an e-commerce site, can I buy one more? So those kind of decisions, those kind of problems I can solve. If you go for, if you go to Flipkart or Amazon e-commerce portal, there is a tremendous analysis is going for. Please watch one by one if you buy any product. There are a lot of things displayed at the end of the screen, right? If you scroll down, if you wanted to buy one product, it will recommend a lot of things, right? It is ML. The recommendation is like ML. That is AI concept is behind it. Okay. And then the strengths of ML. Easy to use, stable Python API is there, right? Runs on large as well as small systems. You can have anything, okay? Without interruptions, without interventions, the system will run because all the things will run on cloud, okay? So runs on large, efficient and performance, and great support from even Google, and even large giants are there. Additional tools like TensorBoard and TensorFlow serving. I think we have discussed all the things. Challenges. Distributed support still has ways to go, because a lot of distributions like blockchain, that is another concept. Okay, there are a lot of things are we still need to be focused, still uncovered by experts. Still a lot of things need to do. Libraries is still being developed. We don't have enough libraries to stretch or to fix, because artificial intelligence and machine learning, we can do that. It is possible. Just in case, think about, if you are in college, there are 4,000 or 5,000 students. Think about each and every vertical, and you can do the each and every ML project or AI project as well. And you can automate the process, but still we are doing a lot of manual work. No need of manual work anymore. Writing custom code is not straightforward. Still, you can customize the code, but as I said, it is inclusive of statistical patterns. It is not straightforward. We need to understand more and more. Okay, the TensorFlow uses, there is R&D we can use for ML algorithms, taking models from training to production, large scale distributed models for mobile and embedded systems. TensorFlow is mainly for mobile and embedded systems, and all the Android applications written by TensorFlow, 90%. TensorFlow again depends on the Python and statistical concepts. And yes, so this is an important thing. So as I said earlier, if you say artificial intelligence, there are two terms. One is called machine learning, other one is called deep learning. In machine, what is the difference? What is the difference between main difference? Which is very put it in brief. In machine learning, there should be an human intervention. In deep learning, there is no human intervention. Trust me, the self-driving cars running on deep learning model. And self-driving car is still a debate whether it is possible or not, but it got successfully run and got licensed by Tesla. You would have known Tesla, right? They got license and they are selling cars, the self-driving cars, in US market. But Indian market, I'm not sure, considering all the facts. But it is possible one day. It may not be possible today. It is. Everything is possible, but it makes some kind of a difference, right? Okay, what is deep learning? Deep learning is a form of AI that uses a type of machine learning called an artificial neural networks. In machine learning, we just touch base on neural network. That means how my brain, for example, I'm driving my car. I'm driving my self-driving car. I'm just sitting. I'm just commanding. I've not touched anything in my car. Okay. So like my brain, the self-driving car has its own brain. That means our brain, human brain, consists of neural networks. It works on based on neural networks. So for working on deep learning concepts or even machine learning concepts, we should know about our neural network. It is a kind of a psychological thing, and we need to aware how many billions of neurons are there in our brain and each and every aspect of our brain, how we think, how we make a decision. For example, now this is the time after 12th standard, a lot of people are going for selecting for their career, right? The future career, what kind of a study they can choose. The similar way, after your BSc or after your MCA or BCA, what would be the next career? Because as a human, you are thinking, right? The similar way, the machine has to think through our neural networks. Neural network is very important when it comes to AI. Without knowledge of this neural network, you can't even touch base on single code in AI. Okay. The next concept in deep learning, the future impacts of deep learning. The place you will most likely see a direct impact in the world of business is the area of knowledge, work, and decision making. So we can have, because today most of us, we don't remember even what is our 10-digit phone number, right? Even what is our spouse 10-digit phone number, right? We have written in our mobile. That's it. We have stored it somewhere, not in our memory. But in future, we will, I think nowadays itself, we have so many, we are using so many passwords, right? For laptop, for your cell phone, for your smartwatch, lot of, banking, and banking itself, Gmail, your email accounts, so many passwords, right? I think every now and then we are facing similar problems. Which password I have used for this kind of a problem? See, uh, it's the same. Problem everyone is facing, or in future also it will be the same, right? So those case, such scenarios, the knowledge base will be created and will be stored it somewhere, and it will be used, in future. The similar, I was just saying one instances. There are so many instances in all the domains, in all the, particularly, education, healthcare, life sciences, insurance, banking. Just take example of all those things, the knowledge. So for example, one company is, because I have 18 years of experience in same company, in IBM itself, I had been there almost 7 years. I resigned my position, and my place is just, just got vacant. Who will fill that place, right? Maybe I would have created a lot of, documents should be there. When it comes to decision making, when it comes to HR problems with the people, when it comes to other problems, what do we need to do? Those kind of scenarios, this deep learning is very much useful. Maybe think about your college scenario. In college, are you only teaching? Are you only coming for teaching, or lecturing? No, there are a lot of problems one lecturer or professor facing day by day, right? You are there to solve so many problems of your students, not only education. There are so many problems each and every day. You are solving some problems. If deep learning is there, you can utilize those methodology. Your previous, okay, the similar kind of scenario happened. So what was the method before? Was there any method? First of all, is there any method to use or apply for decision makings? Because some aged person, 58 or 57 age person, he will take a decision very 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 calm and quiet in nature. They will consider all the facts and figures taken into consideration. After that, they will take a decision, right? Yes, those kind of a scenario, it's coming in each and every field, not only in education, each and every field. Just think about your scenarios. That is where deep learning is mainly used on. Artificial neural networks, how it is, um, the building blocks of artificial neural networks is there in our brain. Similar to the brain, artificial neural network imitates this biological neural network of our human body. Okay, it has to imitate in the sense, okay, I'm Srinivasan. How I am thinking today, it may variate, right? Tomorrow I'm dynamic, because through decision making I'm dynamic. There is a similar way the deep learning has to put all the probabilities in life, right? We are made up of probabilities and data, and we are considering all those things into factor to live with it, and we need to take the best out of it. Okay, because see, we will take a lot of decisions in our life. All the things are failure or success? No, there comes, neutral. There are a lot of things sometimes, by neutral, we'll go, go right or left. We'll never go, we'll same sitting somewhere else, right? The similar way, the brain, the artificially we are creating the smart device has to think and give it back to me. And that is why all the scientists, all the people are working on it. The structure of artificial neural network is just, maybe it's your, I have shown here. Fully connected neural network, how the linear regression model, linear function is just, flat, it will think. And then, the convolutional neural network is made up of a lot of decisions. As I said, the CNN, the convolutional neural network is very, very important in a decision making through coding. The reinforcement learning, the agent is there, the action we need to take, and the reward we need to take, what kind of a state the agent would be there, and the environment. Those we need to consider, and then we need to take a decision. And then the deep reinforcement learning, it is again classified as a regression and a straight line. So there are a lot of a technique for providing reward signals when multiple steps are necessary, because it is very, very deep in depth, because it is almost, we are at the end of the session. I don't want to take it more. And how the deep reinforcement learning applications in front of our system, in front of us. Nowadays, games we are using like chess, poker, automatic, I think you would have seen or you would have played yourself chess, how the computer is taking the decision. This is because of deep reinforcement learning methodology. Vehicles like self-driving cars and drones nowadays is becoming a boom in the market, and everywhere we are using, right? Robotics, teaching robots how to walk, perform manual tasks, the management and finance. Everywhere we are using, everywhere we are going to see this kind of, already there, but we need to see a lot of things, as a physical environment. Soon we will, interact with those devices very soon. Deep learning is also being applied successfully to robotics. If you see again, I think, as I said earlier, machine learning and deep learning, robotics, each and everything, every aspect of your device, it is made up of robotics. Okay. So this is allowing us to create general purpose robots that can perform manual labor without being explicitly programmed to do so. You simply assign a factory robot on training mode and grab its arms to show it how to perform a task. So robotic in the sense, don't think that just do only one task. No, nowadays robotics are doing multitasking perfectly through ML and DL, ML and deep learning concepts. Okay, so if you even for agriculture farming, this kind of robotics are very, very useful. Maybe you can search in later point of time. Then it will repeat the movements that you taught it to perform, compensating for variations with each new instances of the task it encounters. That's like a human factory worker would do. Yes, almost I wanted to conclude the clustering. It is very, very in-depth. Textual data, we already discussed about how we are, counterpart, typical classification setup and everything. Yes, I think it's end of the session. If you have any questions, you can ask through your HOD or through your representative or through message over here. Thank you so much for your time with me for an hour. If you have any questions, I hope, I think, I've taken very interestingly this session, because I like it very much. And the same way, you'll also like it. I hope so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So participants, you have any questions, you can able to raise. Any participants, please raise your question. Participants, please raise any question. Okay, sir, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
So
okay.
Thank you so much, sir. It's so clear, so clear, informative. It is a wonderful session, sir.
Satish sir.
Sir.
Satish sir.
Hello.
There are some questions in chat box.
Oh, okay.
Chat box.
Okay, I will just.
Yeah. Dana, can you read that question? Dhanashekar?
Sir, can you give us The question is, sir, can you give us some problems of machine learning and deep learning in healthcare?
Yeah, in healthcare, a lot of problems is still there. Giving the prescription from the doctor for each and every therapist. For example, there are a lot of therapy like oncology therapy, virology, antivirology, in each and every mode, because we are going for heart attack, the cardio therapy. Each and everything, still we need to fix the problem. We have a data, but we are not fixing right enough, because for example, 2 days back, I've heard that 32-year-old software employee died because of cardiac arrest. Why he has died? Only the problem is, we just got, his lifestyle is very good. He doesn't have any bad habits. He doesn't, he's very, very, quiet in nature. And he is doing, he is taking health as like, very well physic, doing exercise regularly. And why it came? It is a problem, right? The problem statement is there. The similar way, each and every domain in healthcare, okay, the therapeutic area I was using right now, each and even for our headache, the small headache, we are saying that okay, today would like to have leave. I would like to leave early because of headache. Why it has come? Still, we need to find an answer. There are so many answers in front of us, but still, yeah. But still, we need to find out. Yeah. Is there any other question?
Any other question, Dana?
Sir, one more question. Can you give tips for us to learn machine learning and deep learning by ourselves? That is self-learning.
Yes. Yeah. See, if you try yourself, there are so many blogs. Okay, if you type machine learning basics, there are so many bloggers are writing with free of cost. You have to just subscribe to their blogs. That's it. There are so many authors are there writing. Machine learning is very, very easy in nature. Maybe after this session, I will share those details to your HOD, so that you guys go and utilize those kind of machine learning things. Nowadays, knowledge is abundant. The problem within ourselves, we are not taking any steps towards anything. That is the problem. It's just knowledge is there everywhere. Internet is, if you have internet connection at home or any device, you are well and good. There are so many things out there. I will share those things. Yeah. But please don't go to Udemy simply like you are just buying the course and doing something. No, it won't work out. You have to go one by one, step by step. Otherwise, you will be in somewhere. So you will be in the middle of it. You won't come back, or you won't go to the future. You should know each and every concept, because this is the future. Trust me, this gives you more valuable to you, more career to you, more take home. The paycheck to you. Okay, the salary, the remuneration I'm talking about. Because a lot of people are not there in this kind of field. Yes, anything?
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
One more question. How can we use IoT concepts in machine learning?
For example, your mobile is an IoT device. It is inbuilt of machine learning. Just think how we can build lot of things, lot of devices. Any internet connected device, it's called IoT. Even if you have internet at your home, it is maybe your lab, just say for example your lab is connected with the internet. That is a smart lab we are used to call, right? If you use any kind of a machine, if you use just implement the machine learning concept in any of the devices, it's just an IoT. It will just convert into IoT. Best example is your mobile. It's an IoT and it is made up of machine learning. Because see, trust me, and one more thing, IoT, I mean, as of now, as on today, data science is the most wanted technology. And within couple of years, IoT is the most thing, and it will be last long ever because everything has to be IoT. I will give you a simple scenario. If we go to hospital, I mean, it's very simple example. You are going to hospital and you are seeing your doctor, and you are, I mean, you're just getting appointment and you're going to see your doctor, right? It is a regular scenario in India. But in India, soon, I mean, even in India, this may apply because nowadays, every country is applying the same similar formula. Right now, I mean, you are at home through application, you are giving your vehicle identification number and your photo in the application. You are getting your appointment. If you are going to the hospital, the gate will open automatically by identifying your face and your number plate on the your car or two-wheeler. Okay, then you are going directly to the hospital. I mean, visiting the doctor at the right time, and you are not wasting any single minute or second. You are just coming out of your consultation. This is, I mean, this is one application I'm talking about. This has been implemented, and this will come. This will be implemented. The same kind of scenario implemented in all the areas. IoT rule the world in next 2 years.
Okay, Dana, any other question? Anyway. Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your clear information. It's really informative, sir. We acquired a lot of knowledge from your session. It's quite interesting session. So very clearly, slowly you are explained it very, your way of explanation is really good. Of course, almost all 150 students or participants are registered. So for a technical issue, I'm very sorry to not able to connect it. So anyway, we send the recorded options and the recorded PPTs. Also, certificate will be sent within 1 or 2 days. So thank you for your support, sir, Srinivasan sir. At the same time, I also thank you so much for Mr. Vinod, is the project manager of Madura Software Solution. And I thanks to our head of the department, Mr. N. Sendil Kumar sir, with the help of his technical support, not able to succeed these things. I thank all the participants who are involving me and raising all the set of questions to that. So feedback is very good, sir. It's really very nice session. Thank you so much, sir, for giving a very wonderful session you are conducting.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Sir,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sendil,
Thank you so much.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Satish.
Sir.
Satish.
Sir, can you able?
First of all, I'm thankful for Srinivasan Ramanujan Garu for accepting this, accepting for this wonderful session, and you made our young minds and teachers by giving a brief about A and ML, how it works, and how these problems are there in the current scenario. And it's a very beautiful, sir. Once again, I thank you for your career mudra, and we hope that we will continue this relation further in future also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. With pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
So also you can send me the feedback and questions if at all, maybe I'm pleasure
sure,
to.
Sure. We will send the feedback.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
For reminding all the participants, within 2 or 3 days, we will send the recorded PPTs and this PowerPoint presentation with these certificates. Thank you for your support. Thank you.